Biafra, superstars, media.
I bunda Biafra, I bunda Africa, by bunda Biafra, give it a Biafra, I bunda Biafra, Biafra in our ecology, Obodoma Biafra in where we lagan, Oboduku Biafra in where we lagan, Aganiru Oisia Ebo Simon, Prime Minister Ebenamdi Kanobweze, Haina Yochineke, Biafra in spirit lakaka, government miracle, Aibunda Biafra, Aibunda Biafra, Ebaibunda Biafra, Girite Africa, Aibunda Biafra. Eba bunda Africa, give it Africa, bunda Biafra. My people, my Biafran people, now on a day, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This one, na Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency, Oyendo Mazenamdi Kano. May God bless, 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 may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon Njoku, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. When I say the people of Biafra, I mean the men, the women, the children, the young, the old, the sick, the poor, the gentle, the mild, the civilized and uncivilized, those in the lower class, those in the middle, and even those in the upper echelon of life. We shall all come together under one voice, under one accord, under one umbrella, and we shall shout for freedom and revelation. Oh my Lord, my God, we shall come out and scream for joy the day we get Biafra. Simon Ekpa, from the 2nd of December, we shall start that movement. We are on a movement. We are marching on stronger and stronger. That even the enemies, they are panicking, they are shaking. When they saw this flag, oh my God, the Biafran flag, the map of Biafra, standing strong by its own, looking so strong, they panicked. They said, what is going on here? What is Simon Ekpa doing? Who made this flag? Who made this map? Who are the architects? Who made the design of this map? Showing Biafra standing giddy giddy bam. In that, away from that country called Nigeria. We stood firm away from that country called Nigeria. My people, today I will lament in the spirit because it's been a while. I've been so busy doing work, doing business, consulting and the rest of them. But today I will lament in the spirit because it is time for me to come out. Whenever I have a minute or two, I promise people of Biafra I will be making videos. Even though, we are now very, very busy. You know the way things are in the Western world. Things like this, it's time for you to give accounts to make sure you meet your milestones and things like that. But I will keep on fighting strong, shoulder to shoulder, side by side with our Prime Minister. My people, the flag you are seeing, oh my God, the map of Biafra, boldly stated by our Prime Minister. Today, I want to speak to you and remind you the origin. When the real blow hit them, Boza, what a time we had. A great man, Lord have mercy. Listen. It was a time when our great lobbies, they came on scene, they came on board. The great Jim Moran, a maverick who was in the American Congress for a quarter of a century, oh my God. Think about it. He was there for at least 25 years in American Congress. When he speaks, they listen. This man you are seeing here, he has the ears of the White House. Oh my God. He has the ears of all the different departments of America. When he came on board, I knew the game has changed. I knew that we are now on a new dimension. Promised by Nnamdi Kanu when he said, you must listen to Simon Ekpa. You must listen to Simon Ekpa and share his videos, because Simon Ekpa is coming with a new dimension. When I saw Jim Moran on board, I knew we are now embarking on this new dimension, as promised by our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Also, when we saw the great man, a maverick, somebody I call a Biafran by nature, oh my God, Lord have mercy, the great Elias Gerasolis, a man who was over and over and over again showed us his affinity, reaffirmed how he feels about us, letting us know that even his parents, his grandparents, his history, his lineage came from the Greeks. And you know, when you go deeper, the Greeks, you can know they also had that interaction with the Africans in Egypt and the rest of them. Today, Elias Gerasolis is doing a great job. We can see how things are going smoothly. Everybody is panicking. Those who are against us in the closet, they are coming out in the open, showing up. They are coming off their shells. Today we see IPOB Nigeria Limited. They are coming out now. They are attacking America. They are attacking the Elias Gerasolis because they know that something is happening. They know that the new dimension has been activated. Lord have mercy. My people, I want you all to see the beginning, because you know, sometimes this life, you must always see where you are coming from in order to know where you are going. At a time when we all knew there was a problem, that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped when he told us to pray the books of Psalms. Today, I want you all to see the new dimension that he was speaking about. The moment America stepped in, although remember, Nnamdi Kanu said, as soon as the women of America, those that eat their burger, oh my God, he was being a bit sarcastic, but he meant it. He said, those that eat their chicken burger, the day they rise up from that nonsense and start to support Africa, start to support Biafra, that is the end of Nigeria. That Biafra will be waxing strong, because the key to our freedom is in the hands of America. And America, we need your funding. And now they have risen up. America has stepped up. America has risen from their slumber, and now they are supporting our Prime Minister, His Excellency Obatobie Agune Chemba Wakoma Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku. I want us to see the beginning. Americans, we thank you. When the lobby team were involved, oh my God, when they came on board and did the introduction to the whole Americans and Biafrans, this was the beginning of the end of Nigeria. This was the beginning of the rebirth of Biafra. Without any much further ado, I want us to take it back to history. Take it back to memory lane, when some few months ago, the lobby team from America, the great Jim Moran and Elias Gerasolis, they joined and they came out boldly in that broadcast with our Prime Minister. If you are ready, let's go there. Listen, this is the beginning when the magic happened. If you are ready, let's go there. Listen.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Jim Moran. I served in the United States Congress for approximately a quarter of a century. After I left the Congress, I began to represent some corporations and countries and causes that I believe in. It has been an honor to work with you, Your Excellency. Elias Gerasolis is my partner. This is primarily Elias's account, but I'm going to be working with him. While I was in the Congress, I was on the committee that funds defense and State Department foreign operations, as well as the Foreign Relations Committee. I have an interest in Africa. I was a principal co-sponsor of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But most importantly, I do believe that Biafran independence is a just and noble cause. And I trust that you have a bright future ahead. We will try to secure your independence. We can't promise because the politics is not a particularly predictable situation in the United States today, and justice is not always served, but we will work towards that objective. I appreciate the opportunity to work on behalf of the Biafran people, and at this point, let me turn it over to Elias. Elias?
Oh, thank you, Jim. And it's an honor to be working with you on this. And we appreciate your lending, your support, someone of your prestige and stature. That association would be so critical. So thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, Your Excellencies, and dear Biafrans in the United States and around the world. My name is Elias Yarsulis, and I am a good friend and a colleague of Congressman Moran, and we are your new lobbyists here in Washington, D.C. However, you should know that we are more than just your lobbyists. We are fellow freedom fighters in the struggle for the liberation of Biafra. And similar to how your compatriots in the Biafran Defense Forces are securing your freedom on the homeland, we will be fighting for your freedom in the political and diplomatic battlefield here in Washington, D.C. And we will make sure that all these U.S. officials, all these congressmen and senators understand that the Biafran independence movement is a pure democratic civilian uprising against injustice, the very same one that we had in the United States when we declared our independence from the British 200 years ago. On a personal level, I knew I had to get involved in this struggle, not only because of my belief in the Biafran cause, but my belief in His Excellency, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. As I got to know the Prime Minister, I could see that he has remarkable leadership qualities and vision. And I knew that instinctively that he was a man of destiny and that he will have a very important impact in Africa in the years to come. And I thought it was a personal duty to assist him. Already, the Prime Minister has made remarkable progress and has outsmarted the Nigerian system in many ways. The Prime Minister has done this with the self-referendum. He has done this with opening diplomatic liaison offices around the world. And I think by establishing a proper Biafran lobby in Washington, D.C., the Prime Minister has delivered his master stroke. And if you can look at the Nigerian media and the social media, you will see that this is something that's been highly publicized. And I think this is because they understand the moment that the United States starts to gain more support for the Biafran cause, it will be a game changer. Because when the United States leads, other countries follow. Congressman Moran and myself are your voice to the U.S. Congress, your voice to the White House, your voice to the State Department, your voice to the highest offices in this great land. And we will not stop until victory is achieved. Long live a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that brilliant speech there. Elias, we are happy to have you on board, and we have a lot of things to do together. Thank you. This particular appearance today is just to present you to the Biafrans in the United States. As I made my promise, I have fulfilled it. It is now that we go out there and do what we know how to do best for the interest of Biafra.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It's our honor, and we look forward to serving you in the cause. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. It was a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief Moran.
Hold it there. Let's hold it there. Lord have mercy. My people. It was a promise made to Biafrans. And on that day, our Prime Minister, His Excellency Obatobi Agunit Chamber Wakoma, Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku, on that day he fulfilled his promise. It was a day that the whole world stood still. It was a day that Nigeria, the cabal, the rulers of Nigeria, those who say they own Nigeria, those who Britain told they were born to rule Nigeria. On that day, they knew that the music has changed from reggae to calypso. The unveiling of our lobbyist, you heard of the man, Jim Moran, a man who was a maverick in the American Congress for more than 25 years. He was there. And his key role was peculiar. dealing with the foreign affairs. He has a keen interest in Africa. He told you that. You can see that our Prime Minister went all the way to handpick the best. A new dimension was born from that day, my people. You heard about what the great Elias Garosole said. He said, look, we are not just a lobbyist. We are fellow freedom fighters of the Biafran people. They are working side by side. This is a new, something undone. They have gone beyond their scope in the job they do. That's because they knew our quest for freedom is genuine. And deep inside, they have that love. They have the affinity for the people of Biafra. They were assigned to this task by God. They were assigned to support Biafra in Washington, America. Because as he also said, the way America goes, as America goes, so does the whole world. As America goes, so does Britain. Today, Britain has been exposed. When they broke out from Europe, now they are Brexit. They have been exposed. Today, we now identify Britain as a tiny island in Europe. That tiny island. They went around the whole world, conquering the world. They went on a world tour, stole the resources of the whole world, did all manner of nonsense. They came to Africa. They came to where they called Niger area, the area of the Niger. They enslaved you. After enslaving you, they came back to colonize you. They gave you a name. They gave you a religion. They gave you a contraption called a country. They gave you their language. And today, some of you want to show off. When you are speaking English, you say you speak the Queen's English. You are speaking the language of your slave master. They gave you a boundary called Niger area. From Niger area, you got the Nigeria. From Nigeria, you got the land of the Niger, the area of the Niger. Across the river Niger, when you go beyond, across it, that's where you find the real black men who are strong, able to walk in the field from sun up to sundown. And some of you animals, you are saying you love Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Some of you in the media, you say you love Nigeria. Nigeria go better. I will not call names this morning, this afternoon, tonight, just because I know sometimes it's unfair to beat a dead horse. You are just wasting your time and energy. But to those out there, I want you to know that this is the beginning of the end of that so-called marriage you call Nigeria. We the Biafrans, we have divorced ourselves from Nigeria. Let the map sink in. Let the map sink into your skulls. When you see the map, I know some of you would think, oh, don't mind these boys, they Biafrans. They are liars, they are criminals, they are charlatans. But I am glad you have heard from the lobby team. You've heard something nobody could do. Not even Ojukwu could do this because there was no access. During those days, there was no access to internet. There was no back and forth communication. So they only could do what they could do. And for 3 years, they held their own. They held their ground until America was ready to tilt towards the Biafrans, unfortunately. During those days, there was no telegram from America to Biafra land to tell us what their intention was. Which was why when Nigeria got a wind of it, Britain quickly told the Nigerian zoo government, hey, be careful. Americans, they're coming in. They are coming in to tilt the way this war is going. If they go towards Biafra, if they support Biafra, then we are sorry. There is nothing else we can do than to align ourselves with America. So go on, Mr. Jack. You must do what you can do now to convince the Biafrans of the new slogan, the new mantra. No victor, no vanquish. This is how evil Britain is. This is how wicked Britain is. They knew the plan of America. They knew America was about to change from their non-aligned position. They were leaning towards Biafra. They were leaning towards supporting Ojuku's Biafra. But unfortunately, in the Biafran war, there was no means of communication or that direct, effective communication between we and America. So before the gossip, the rumor from the White House could find its way to Biafra land, don't forget then there was a blockade of food and the rest of them. Before the news from America could reach the Biafrans, Nigeria came with their swagger and said, enough of this fighting, no victor, no vanquish. We shall come with the 3R, reconciliation, reconstruction, and the other R, rehabilitation, to rehabilitate us. One day I will break down those 3 R's for you guys. You claim you are coming with a reconstruction. What did they reconstruct in Biafra land? Rehabilitation. Till this day, nothing was done. Oh Lord, have mercy. We've gone through a lot. But we thank God today we are coming with a new dimension. America is on board. This time around, through the government of the Biafra Republic government in exile, America is on board. So let me say the hocus pocus, the black magic, the juju that the zoo government can make this time around. America is on board. The days of playing us with the words, the semantics of word. No victor, no vanquish. But till this day, they hate my people with a passion. They say the evil must go. In the 21st century, you claim you believe in one country, but you say my people should go. In your so-called election, my people are not allowed to even vote. You treat us like slaves in our own country. And you expect us to remain that way. You see, this life, all die na die. It is good to fight and die for something you believe in. If God can do it in heavens, if the gods in heaven could do it, they sent their son to the world to die for the world, so that whomsoever believeth in their son, in the gospel of their son, will not die but have everlasting life. The day Christ died for the world, from that day henceforth, man refused or stopped the real death. The death was done. That was the ultimate price. So for our gallant men out there, risking your life to support and protect the land of Biafra, you are doing the best thing known as man. You are doing the best thing even that God himself did for the world. You are fighting to protect the land of your ancestors, the land given to you by God. And we are saying, keep on holding on. Forget those naysayers. Forget the saboteurs. Those that call themselves IPOB Nigeria Limited, working with the enemy. Those that are working with the Nigeria military that came to the land of Biafra to kill our people. They came to the home of Nnamdi Kanu to kill him. Out of sheer luck, he was able to escape. And now, the so-called DOS that he created, the director of state he created, they are now working with the Nigerian government. What a fallacious statement. Lord have mercy, my heart is heavy. When I think of those people, till this day now they are attacking Elias Gerasilis and Jim Moran. They say Simon Ekpa is a liar. Simon Ekpa has no lobby team in America. They say pictures of Jim Moran with the Biafrans and members of the Biafra Republic government in exile. They see pictures and they say, no, it was a Photoshop. They see congressmen standing side by side with our officials and they say it is Photoshop. Think about that. To the Biafrans out there who are still behaving like they are neutral in this. Remember when Nnamdi Kanu was free with us, he told us to listen to Simon Ekpa. He directed us to Simon Ekpa. He told us, listen to Simon Ekpa and share his videos because Simon is coming with a new dimension. Today, that's alliance Ojukwu could not have during the Biafran War from 1967 to 1970. During the dying days of that war, America was tilting towards Biafra. They were being swayed, they were being persuaded to support Biafra in the open. Unfortunately, Ojukwu did not get that memo. The telegram did not come to Ojukwu. Perhaps it was intercepted by Britain, and quickly they told the then Nigerian government what to do about it, which was why they came with no victor, no vanquish. It means no winner, no loser, no victory and no loss. A stalemate. It was a draw, according to them. But today, look at what they are doing to us. Look at what they are doing to us. If not for the love of God for the Biafrans, if not because in the land of Biafra was where the gods did dwell, Arochukwu, Umuchukwu, if not for that, by now we would have been the beggars of Africa. In fact, Almajiri will have more class than us. They'll be seen as classy people than the Biafrans because they destroyed our land and they stole our wealth. I told you how my father lost all he had. 10 buildings were stolen from him. They called it the abandoned property. A man who was doing well, he lost everything. And there was no law court to help him regain his properties. All the money he had, all his savings in this world were stolen by the Nigerian government, and they gave him 20 pounds. Think about that. Think about that. The other day, the Biafran golden child, he made a video in response to the Yoruba nation. Even though we're at odds, there was a point he made. He said, for the Yorubas fighting for freedom, what freedom are you really fighting for? What have you gone through? Has anyone stolen your land? Has anyone stolen all your money, your millions, your billions, and give you just 20 pounds? Has anyone come to pillage, rape your women, kill them, take their resources? Today in that zoo government, if the president is not a Fulani man, he is a Yoruba. If the president is a Fulani man, the VP is a Yoruba. You know the thing they do till this day. It's been going on. So sometimes I ask myself, what freedom do you guys really want? Because technically, for the oligarchs who work with the Fulani Caliphate from the Yoruba side, they're having a good time. So your discussion should be different. When you're asking for freedom, it should be more specific. What type of freedom do you want? It should be freedom from your leaders. Those who walk hand in hand, who sleep under the beds of the caliphate. Yours should be an internal purge, an internal freedom. Not going down to EU and UN and shout. No. Yours should start from home. Your leaders, your politicians who sleep in the same bed with the caliphate, who since 1960, they've been working hand in hand with the caliphate. Last time I checked, it was somebody from your government who said, one of the pioneers of the Yoruba, who told the Fulani Caliphate how to make sure they blockade the food coming to the land of Biafra. So if I'm you, you guys should come with your own school of thought. How to free yourself from your leaders. Your case should be the easiest one to the Yorubas. Your case should be the easiest one, because I know deep inside, the day Biafra comes, all our so-called politicians in that southeast, they call us, they will form alignment with us. Because deep inside, we know they are not happy in Nigeria. We know that. Because it is them that they don't even allow them to be, to be vice presidents or presidents in that zone. No, even when they are having their so-called secret meetings, no Biafran man is there. So deep inside, I know psychologically they want that freedom, but they're just hanging there. So we are saying we won't even look towards them. We are doing what we have to do to make sure we free our people, to liberate them. But to the Yorubas, be careful. Think about what you really want. Because if I was in your shoes, your freedom would come much quicker. Those you have to deal with are those foreigners who came to your land and claimed they are from you. Because last time I checked, the caliphate, they've been choosing the worst of the Yoruba to represent them. You pride yourself as being the most educated. One day I would like to see those statistics. One day, I want to see those stats that says the Yorubas are the most educated in that so-called Nigeria. One day, I will do a video analysis to break that down, because this nonsense people are talking about is a way to shy away from your responsibilities. How can you be the most educated and you allow the caliphate, the most uneducated, those that they suck the milk from the breast of the cow, those that shower with the urine of the cow, those that make love to their cow, you allow them to come and choose the worst amongst you to lead? Someone is saying, it's my turn, Emilio Cohen, the worst amongst you, the most criminal amongst you. And you are out there saying you want freedom. No. Your freedom must start from home. Your freedom starts from home. As they say, charity begins from home. What you need first is the purge amongst yourself. Purge that nonsense, that virus that was put in you by the caliphate. Go take it back to when your problem started, from the days of Afonja. Go back then, revisit that problem. Ilorin, what happened in Ilorin? Your state was gone, was taken off you. Go back and revisit that problem, those issues. Your own problem is easier. It starts from home. But for me and my people, we know the time the die is cast. We know we must fight heads on with the beast. We know those who Britain told they were born to rule. We know those who have come to the land to pillage us. We know those who killed more than 3 million of our people. We know those who to this day, they are running the resource of Biafra. We know those who have made sure that we've been kept away from the corridors of power. We know those who are coming to make sure that even though they take loans around the whole world with the oil, the resource from Biafra land, they make sure when those loans are received, it has nothing to do with the Biafran people. We know those who make sure that the fiscal policies of their so-called central government is not felt in the land of Biafra. We know those who make sure that their monetary policy in their so-called federal zoo government of Nigeria cannot be seen in the land of Biafra. We know those who every time there's an issue, they turn around and they blame the Igbos. They say the Igbo is the problem. We know those who are behind that. And in this freedom, this liberation, we are facing head on the enemy. We are not cowards. We are not the type to dilly-dally, to mess around, to perambulate around the problem. No. This is like the jungle, the Simba. You eat what you kill in the jungle. That's how it is here. We are going heads on for the face, for the head of the dragon. So my Biafrans, rejoice. Now that you have seen the new map, oh my God, looking so beautiful of Biafra, staying at the base, the roots of that contraption they once called Nigeria. That map must be respected. That map of Biafra must be something that we must be ready to die for. That map of Biafra going forward is something we must protect at all cost. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. Before I go, I just want to implore our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Ekpa, Simon and Joko. I want you to keep on doing the good job. You are doing well. We love you. Please ignore the naysayer, Simon. We are in the 11th hour. Less than 2 months to declare Biafra my PM. Perhaps I will start doing a countdown video because this thing is coming so fast. In an ozone, it's coming so fast. The day of declaration is almost here. So my PM, we understand it's not easy. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. We know that, Simon. I'll be a liar if I come here and say we don't know all the pressure, the trauma that you are going through just to liberate your people. I will be a liar to say that, Simon. I know sometimes the sleepless nights, when you just have to be up there all day, all night, different time zones, politicking, going into board meetings, assigning business cases to all your different ministers in their different departments, making sure that they're on point. Those sleepless nights, Simon Ekpa, God will reward you. You have done well. You have made us proud. And for sure, you have made your leader, Oyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, very, very proud. He is a proud man wherever he is. Let the Zoo government keep on holding him. But we assure them, one day, monkey go market and they go come back. One day, you guys that are holding our leader Nnamdi Kanu for no just cause, you went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. And today, Britain is not even speaking about him. They pretend they don't even know what is going on. One day, monkey go market and they go come back. Simon Ekpa, I believe in you when you said the best way to release Nnamdi Kanu will be through a prisoner exchange. I can see that coming. I can see that happening. Hence I say, one day, monkey go market and they go come back. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you. Yeah, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.